Hello and welcome to Bears Talk presented by J. Brown Realtors on this Thursday, November 9th, and the Lenoir-Rhyne Bears football team will be playing for the 2023 SAC Championship game after their 28-7 win over Catawba back on Saturday. We're joined alongside head coach Mike Jacobs to start off our show. Coach, congratulations on winning the Piedmont Division this year.
Thanks, Andy. I appreciate it.
Absolutely. You guys got the job done on Saturday here in between the bricks. And reflecting on this regular season to go 9-1 in the regular season slate, what does this mean for your group to get this opportunity to play in the SAC championship game?
I'm incredibly proud of our kids. There's a core group of players here who are really juniors and seniors that have been battling for a long time. They've played a lot of football for us, and in the preseason when we lay out our goals and what we hope to accomplish. Winning all our games at home between the bricks and playing for a conference championship are two of our goals. And so, we've set ourselves up into position to do that. And I'm just excited. I'm proud of how they've persevered. It's a long season, right? And to be 9-1 and to be in good position here is a testament just to how hard they work, their mental toughness, their resolve, and they put themselves in position to play for a championship.
It's your fourth year here now at Lenoir-Rhyne, your second trip to the SAC championship game. In your first year, it was a short season, but you got to face against Tusculum in that championship game. How fitting is it that here in the fall of 2023 that you get back to that SAC championship game and face a similar opponent here coming up?
Another really good Tusculum team, right? And, spring season, I guess it's 3.5 years, right?
Yeah.
3.4 because that's all we played in that year is 4 games. But, it's no different. Our kids have been working hard for this, and Tusculum's a really good football program. Jerry Odom's done a great job there, and we know we got our hands full on Saturday.
When you look at this game against Catawba, it was your best defensive performance, you can say, stats-wise on the year. 7 sacks as a team. Andre Jefferson with 3 sacks. DJ Taylor with 3 sacks of his own. What do you feel about that front 4 and that front 7 really heating up at the right time?
Those guys have done a great job. I mean, we've talked about it week in and week out that we've been pretty tough outfit to run the football against, and those box players, those front 7, the combination of the D linemen that play, and then certainly our 3 linebackers at that level have done a really nice job for us. Andre's been dominant all year. It's hard for me to believe he hasn't been the defensive player of the week yet in the conference, but even if the stat line's not huge, the way that young man affects games with just how hard he plays and how he runs to the football has been tremendous. And then there's a bunch of guys that aren't really unsung, but you're getting a chance to see DJ Taylor come into his own a little bit. He's been much more consistent in his habits for us and has earned more playing time, and you saw him get to have a great day on Saturday, and that's kind of what this business is about, right? And taking pride and letting our kids go play and have fun and do what they do.
When you look about players of the week, you mentioned that, and it's a perfect segue over to Sean White, SAC Offensive Player of the Week, had 190 passing yards, 3 touchdowns as well. We got to see a lot of Sean White back in 2022, but got to start here against Catawba in a must-win game against the Indians. How confident is a coach that you know that when the lineup needs some shifting, you have a very experienced quarterback that's ready to get underneath center?
Sure. Sean, I don't think anybody's it didn't go the way that many of us thought would go, but Sean's handled it well, and I give that young man a lot of credit. He's played and won a lot of football games for us here as a starter, and to have multiple quarterbacks that we feel really good about that can go into a game and provide us and move our offense in a way that's capable of winning at a high level is really a testament to the depth, to the development that Coach Soto's had in that room with those guys. And it says a lot about our quarterback group and how close they are when they celebrate each other's successes. And Jalen Ferguson had been playing pretty well for us, wasn't able to go last week. Sean stepped in and played really well and led us to victory.
It definitely shows what this team does have with that depth moving forward. And you faced some great quarterbacks as of late. You saw Preston Brown here between the bricks back on Saturday, and you guys contained that offense to only 7 points. But speaking about what Tusculum has done so well this year, Matthew Palazzo, another great quarterback for them as well. Second in the league with 19 touchdown passes. Third with over 220 passing yards per game. You go right into the next game, but looking at that result against Catawba, How much do you believe in this defense that they can translate what happened here at home to away against Tusculum?
We have great belief in our kids that they're going to line up and play well. And, the pass defense last week was affected by a positive rush defense, right? In the sense that our guys got after it and got in the quarterback's face a little bit. And, we know we're playing a really talented Tusculum team. Palazzo's done a great job leading them. They have a bunch of really good skilled football players that can run. And, again, they've produced on offense, but I really think the strength of all of Jerry Odom's teams have been his defenses. And he does a great job scheming people, and it's going to be a great game on Saturday.
You speak about that being a great game and everything. Championship game, I know it's in the regular season schedule, and it's kind of funny how it was scheduled to be Tusculum the entire year, but now that with the championship factor, for preparing for the week, getting ready, is there any adjustments or anything you really changed with it being a championship game, knowing that it's a one-or-done opportunity to walk away with the title?
Yeah, I mean, we have to change quite a bit this week, honestly. The NCAA, and most folks probably don't know this, they voted for all student athletes to have a civic day. So, the first voting day, the first Tuesday in November each year, our kids in all sports are not allowed to have any care activities. So we'll adjust our schedule, or we did adjust our schedule. We practiced Monday instead of Tuesday this week. And so that shakes the week up for it, keeps it fresh. But other than that, we're going into it. We're going to game plan and do the things that we've done that have led us to be in position to play for a championship. And again, it really comes back to the basics: blocking, tackling, running to the football, elite special teams, and do those things and do them well with great passion and excitement and energy. Give yourself a chance to win on Saturdays.
And speaking about that SAC championship, this is a return for you back to the championship game. How much would this title mean for you and for Lenoir-Rhyne University?
I mean, it's everything, right? Like, football's really important at this place, and there's a lot of prideful alumni, but more importantly for our kids who have worked really hard to put themselves into position to earn the opportunity to play for a championship, and the staff that gives up countless hours, and it's everybody. It's you guys. It's everybody that has a hand in the process, right? But we got to get them ready. We got to go out and play a really good Tusculum team on Saturday and see where this thing ends up.
Awesome, Coach. Looking forward to that. It will be this Saturday, November 11th, 4 p.m. kickoff time. That is a recent change. It will be on WHKY, and you can watch it on Flow Sports as well. Coach, we hope you have a safe trip, and best of luck out there in Greenville.
Yep.
Hello and welcome back to Bears Talk, presented by J. Brown Realtors. We are now joined alongside by our next guest, the men's soccer head coach, Carlos Rubio, after men's soccer advances to the semifinal round of the 2023 SAC Men's Soccer Tournament. Coach, thanks so much for taking the time and joining us here today.
Thank you.
The turnaround of this team has been incredible. It really has been a tale of two halves, and you guys are taking an all-time high right now, undefeated in your last 8 matches. What has been the overall feeling in this locker room right now?
The boys feel great. I mean, they've been working extremely hard. They've been doing the same thing that we did at the start of the season. Just the results now start to show the effort and the work that the boys have been putting in since the start of preseason. At the start of the season, we were doing things well. The results weren't quite there. But we were working hard, we kept on believing, we didn't change anything, we made some minor adjustments, but it's more the belief and the hunger that they have to achieve big things for a lot.
Flashback to Sunday against Catawba, you go without your 2 starting forwards, and Adrian Martina and Hector Niento, but there's been multiple times throughout this second half stretch that your team has been able to readjust in the lineup. What did your team do so well with that readjustment on Sunday to advance to the next round?
Yeah, the boys that came in did fantastically. Colton has been putting some really good minutes for us during the whole season, and then he got the start the other day, and then 5 minutes into it, he scores that goal. Now, super proud of him. He's one that, like I said, he's been here working really hard, nothing's changed, and then when he got the opportunity, he just smashed it, for lack of better words. And then the boys that came off the bench, that maybe they're a little bit deeper on the bench area in terms of like minutes, they came on and they fantastic. Exactly what we needed. So just a testament to the whole team and the work rate.
And when you look at some players that have helped fill in as well, we talked about on the broadcast multiple times, but McCoy Strawn, and this is a player that got 24 minutes back in 2022, but throughout the month of October, he helped fill in when Harry Rowe couldn't participate, when Ivan Rubio couldn't participate. Just speak so much about what the midfielder has done to help you guys out in this conference stretch.
Yeah, McCoy we're super proud of him. Last year he didn't get many minutes in the fall, but he had such a strong spring. We were super excited coming in this fall, what he could do for the team, resulting in a start versus John Harris and Nova, if I don't remember wrong. He did well, but ever since he didn't see as many minutes as he saw at the start of the season. And when he got called upon and Carson Newman, Coca, he showed us what he can do. And he's going to get another opportunity now down this stretch. So.
And when you look at all the pieces that have been working together, we talk about the staple that has been Juan Basabe. He gets 6 saves against Lincoln Memorial, and you're in a senior night, gets SAC Defensive Player of the Week. Then the must-win match against Catawba, comes away with 8 saves, gets SAC Defensive Player of the Week again for back-to-back weeks. We've always talked about why the goalkeeper position is so well, and I know that's something you believe in as well. But what has Basabe done really well to have all those clean sheets to really end the regular season?
Yeah, his leadership. Juan is a quiet person off the field, but when he gets on the field, he knows what to say. He knows the information that the boys in front of him need, and then when he's called upon to make those big moments, of big saves, such as Catawba, he made an incredible save, one of the best ones I've seen live in my coaching time and playing. And then he deserves every accolade that he's getting. He's a fantastic human being, a great goalkeeper, and a fantastic leader.
And you talk about leadership and experience, but the whole defense as well. You have your captain, Ollie Gardner, as a center back defender, Ivan Rubio as well, Harry Rowe, Jonas Moose. It really just seemed like as if that unit has started to click as well. It's become impossible for some teams to score against you guys. What has gelled so well for them as the season has gone on?
The willingness to protect the goal. The throwing the bodies in front of the line, blocks, fantastic defending headers, putting the body where it might hurt, just to make sure that the boys, the team that doesn't concede a goal. And that's something that when you get to this stage of the season, not conceding is super important, because we know we have quality up front, and we know that we're really dangerous in some set pieces. We know that we're going to score at some point. So if we keep that clean sheet, the chances of us winning and advancing now, they're very high.
And you talk about find that goal and find that opportunity. Adrian Martinez has somehow done that all this year long. When its time is needed, he gets the goal and gets you guys that result. I know it's his second year here at Lenoir-Rhyne, but he's seen an increase in his goals. He even tied for the most assists in the regular season with Rowe at 5, and he leads with them in points as well. What does Martina do that's so much about this unit, and what you guys are excited to see him do taking the field on Friday night?
Yeah, Adri is that special player. That moment, when the moment arises, you want those boys to make a difference, and he's a difference maker. He might be quiet for 15-10 minutes, and all of a sudden he puts the ball in the back of the net. He's a fantastic leader, a great positive person on the team. He's always smiling, which in the tough moments at the start of the season made a huge difference. And now he's seeing the fruits of that consistency, the hard work, and yeah, I'm excited to see him again on the pitch on Friday night.
Keeping up with the positives, you have a big match against Limestone, number 2 seeded in the South Atlantic Conference Tournament. This is the team you saw about a month and a half ago up in Gaffney. It was a 2-0 result against your team, but it's been a different time now, and your team is definitely playing a much better level. How are you approaching the semifinal match against Friday against Limestone?
Yeah, like we've been telling the boys, and what we said the other day, like we played really well on that game against Limestone at their place. It's not an easy place to go. Obviously, different surface. We adjusted really well. I think we dominated for the majority of the match. We just were unlucky to concede from a penalty, and then a late goal at the end with just a few seconds to go when we were trying to chase that equalizer. But again, like you said, we're a different team now. We're much more we're solid now in the back. We're finding that goal to win games. So I'm excited to see what we can do versus Limestone on Friday.
And looking at this upcoming weekend, don't want to look too far ahead in advance, but this is where the magic run was great last year for your team, winning that SAC men's soccer title. With the opportunity that you guys are playing on right now, going back-to-back would be certainly a treat. How do you think that you come out and against some top teams in the South Atlantic Conference and get the job done?
Yeah, I think we're in a great position right now. We've been telling the boys that winning is a habit, and we're creating that habit now, and then we're behaving that way. And I think now we're a team that probably nobody wants to face when it gets to this point of the season, because again, we really solid at the back. We got special players that can score goals, and when it comes to winning or going home, I think we're in a really good position to keep on winning.
Awesome. Looking forward to Friday night when the Bears take on the Saints. It will be at 8 p.m. at the Sportsplex at Matthews. That is in Matthews, North Carolina. You can catch the action on Flow Sports or come into attendance as well to cheer on the Bears. Coach, thanks so much for joining us today on Bears Talk.
Thank you.
Welcome back to Bears Talk presented by J. Brown Realtors. We are now joined alongside by the head women's triathlon coach, Harley Mason, as the team is ready to go for Nationals this upcoming weekend. Coach, thank you so much for taking the time to join us here.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Well, this time of the year has come back again. It is Nationals. Last year was the year you guys got the job done. What is the focus to go back-to-back this year around?
It's been a lot like the focus was last year. We want to be the healthiest and strongest team on the start line, which I don't know that we'll be the healthiest and strongest, but we've definitely done what we can to be as healthy and strong as we can. So we're looking really good going into Nationals. Our focus has been to stay injury-free all season, stay free from illnesses, stay happy, and just focused and enjoy the sport.
One of your top performing athletes has been Sabrina Fleig, and she was the top Division II time at the East Regional a few weeks back. What is your confidence in her coming into Nationals that she can secure another top spot?
I have a lot of confidence in her. She's just an extremely good athlete. Every part of her day revolves around training, around recovering properly, training properly, eating properly, all the things. She just proved at cross country regionals last weekend that she's just a top athlete. So I have a lot of confidence in her. She's healthy, she's happy. I think we're going to see a really good race from her.
Another great performer has been Elska Ryhov, and we saw them two finish 1 and 2 at the East Regional. And you talk about how great Fleig is, but you also look at Ryhov with the way that she is able to help compete. Is that a very healthy relationship to have two of the best Division II participants?
Absolutely. And Eliska, just like Sabrina, is a just through and through athlete. Treat themselves like athletes every day, and that relationship they have really goes through the whole team. All of our 7-8 girls that will be going to Nationals, they all have that bond and that relationship that really helps them train together. Our strength last year winning was that we had those 4, 5, 6, and 7, I think, in a row. And I think we'll see something similar this year, and that will be a strength of ours.
In addition with those two as well, you also had another member of the all-region team, freshman of the meet as well, in Thoila Cecilia. She's a freshman now, and she's been doing great work. You know, when you have a new team reloaded, you get some new faces into there. But she's really made her mark in only her first year here.
Yeah, she has, and I'm really excited to see her race. I think she'll have a really great race. She's feeling good. She's ready. She's speedy. She's fast off the line, which is something we really need more of on our team. So I expect to see a really great race from her. And she'll be, if all goes well, I think she could be a top finisher as well.
When looking at the triathlon event, you have all three parts to it. What part do you really feel, or event portion, do you really feel confident your team can really capitalize on coming into Nationals?
Running is definitely our strength, and if you look at all of the other, both East and West teams, we have some of the top run splits amongst D1, D2, D3, like all the way across. So yeah, we definitely have that as a strength. We've been working really hard on our swim and getting out of the water a little bit quicker. There's been a little bit of maybe not rumors, but some things go around saying that we're not great swimmers. That is not true. They are great swimmers. We just have been practicing that fast off the start line a little bit more, which they've done really good at. So yeah, they're all real good, well-rounded athletes. So run is a strength, but I think we'll be great all around.
Did a little research heading into Nationals, looked at the weather a bit. It's going to be a beautiful day down in Tempe, Arizona. 81 degrees Fahrenheit with sunny skies. You mentioned that all your races this year have really been in the rain, so this is going to be a big switch up for your team. But what is that difference like from what you've had on the East Coast with the rain to having being in the desert out in Arizona?
We are really excited to hopefully not race in the rain this time. We do a lot of heat training, so hopefully we will be used to the heat. A lot of our practices are early in the morning or a little bit later in the evening, so we don't really have that like direct 81 degrees while practicing, but I think we've done what we needed to get accustomed to it. So I think it'll be all right and nice to not be cold and wet.
Yeah, that'd be great for sure. When you come into this weekend, we talked about at the beginning, last year was the year you guys got the national championship, but going into 2023 now, what's the emotion like with you, with the team at the highest level of women's collegiate triathlon?
It's good. I'm just incredibly proud of the girls. I feel it's the same girls that we were taking this year than we were last year, so kind of like that bond I said before, you can really feel that now. They're in this together. We have a bunch of seniors that were the first ones on the team when the team first started. So there's a lot of emotions. They know it's their last race. They've been together in it from the beginning to the end. So yeah, there's a lot of emotions, but we're gonna bring it all.
Yeah, looking forward to it for sure. It'll be Saturday, November 11th at 2 p.m. from Tempe, Arizona. Coach, best of luck to you and your team out there in Arizona.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for coming on as well.